Vola anguela o veteronugu, ako itabua. Ako do talitaina na barongo na Bula FM, nambandu na sere.
Bula, alang gonoa, ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti nambandu na sere.
Ni Bula binaka, nanreke ngo sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundu achiwe ng Bula FM nambandu na sere nusuri.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barongo nga na Bula FM.
Bula FM, number 2 and seri.
In the news tonight, post-mortem set for tomorrow in Nausori Highlands deaths. Children selling food parcels at night concerns nightclub owners. And psychiatric evaluation suggested for partner killer.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The father of Usha Devi, the 54-year-old woman found dead with her husband, daughter and 2 grandchildren in Nadi's Nausori Highlands, is still trying to come to terms with the tragic incident. Speaking to FBC News from his home in Solovi, Nadi, Dayaram says that he is still in disbelief. Felipe Naikaso has more.
I can't say you. I can't say anything.
An emotional father, 74-year-old Dayaram, recalling the moment he received the tragic news yesterday about his daughter and her family.
When I find out the news, I can't say anything. I got only 2 daughters. One is down there, one is passed already. My son-in-law not poor man, he's a good man.
Ram says the last time he spoke to his daughter was last week when she had invited him over to her house to celebrate Father's Day. He says that he was looking forward to that. However, tragedy struck.
Brother, I can't say you. I can't say anything. Like that people you can't meet. When they come to the home, every time ask me, any problem you tell me. So I say, I'm all right. When the time they go overseas, coming, they bring something for me every time.
Meanwhile, the Langalanga community in Nadi is still shocked over the death of a family described as kind, generous and loved by all in the neighborhood.
I said, okay, no problem. So I came here, I asked this guy, he said, hey, I said, although I still close, maybe they're going to the shopping. So I still waiting for afternoon, still I'm waiting. So when I heard the news, I really sad.
Whenever they would go out, they always told us to just watch their house or turn on the lights if they were not back in the evening. However, on that particular day, they did not say anything, which was odd, but we did not bother as we thought they had just forgotten to tell us.
The bereaved family is awaiting the completion of the post-mortem examinations before they make funeral arrangements. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Felipe Naikaso joins us live now from Nadi. Felipe, you've been closely following the case. What has the police established so far?
Yes, Jackie, at the moment police are continuing their investigations and are following up on every possible lead. Also, FBC News could confirm early today that a suspect was taken in for questioning by police. Early in the day also, the crime scene officers were up at the Nausori Highlands, were gathering some more evidence from the crime scene where the bodies were found. They've also been working very closely with the Mulumulo Police Post officers over the past few days. They're also trying to gather more information in relation to the vehicle that was parked at the New World supermarket in Votolevu. They're trying to speak to a number of people in relation to the vehicle. Also, just earlier this afternoon, the vehicle was seen being towed to the Namaka police station. And Jackie, on the post-mortem examinations, it's expected to be conducted tomorrow.
Thanks so much for that update, Felipe. Nightclub operators in Suva are concerned with the increasing number of children selling food parcels near their premises late at night. With night operations ongoing, security officers from various nightclubs are now assisting police to ensure these children are aware of the dangers they're being exposed to. Kelly Vadala reports.
It's not just police who are involved in ensuring that children are safe, as other stakeholders have come on board to make the night operations a success.
You see them selling stuff and selling food and this and that. I think the parents are not really bothered with what the children are doing, you know? What if they're walking on the street selling a parcel and they get hit by a car or something?
The Ministry of Mums is saddened by the news that children are found on the streets during odd hours trying to earn an income.
You place them in high-risk situations where, you know, there is so many criminal elements on the streets after dark, and placing your kids in that situation, it's not on.
Deputy Police Commissioner Rusati Tunravu believes parents also need to play their part.
This is something that is really uncalled for when you talk about parental issues here. They should look after their children because anything can happen. We don't know. They might end up somewhere else, which will be unfortunate to the family members.
As we near the festive season, police are urging parents and guardians to know their children's whereabouts at all times. The police force has increased its patrol on the streets of Suva at night due to the increased robbery cases, reports of minors trying to get into clubs, and the increase in the number of people caught loitering. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
The defense lawyer in the case of a 21-year-old charged with murder has requested the accused be sent for psychiatric evaluation. Suliasi Fuata appeared before the Suva High Court today. Fuata, in a previous appearance, pleaded guilty to one count of murder. His lawyer stated that they're not asking to vacate the earlier guilty plea, but that he be sent for psychiatric evaluation, as they have noticed changes in his behavior. The DPP Council informed the court that they have filed sentence submission, the post-mortem report, and summary of facts. The court heard that in June, Fuata punched and stabbed his 19-year-old partner in Asinu over a Facebook message that was sent to a relative of the victim. The accused has been remanded in custody. The Social Welfare Ministry will be reviewing all recipients who are currently part of the Social Benefit Scheme. The review will be carried out in this financial year, as the ministry has discovered that a number of applicants have given false information in order to qualify for the scheme. Sainiani Boiler reports.
Social Welfare Director Penny Fatiaki says all applications are processed based on the information provided by the applicants.
This is like social protection, social pension scheme for the elderly. No, we don't do home visits. Care protection, we don't do home visits. It's based on the information that's derived through the interviews.
Other precautionary measure taken by the ministry is to seek clarification from the applicants' neighbors on the authenticity of the information provided.
The other thing that, with the help of members of the community, we have people who also write to us or call us and inform us that, this certain person that we know should not be receiving. They have this, they have that, and so we do our own assessments. And if we find out that this is true, and such cases are terminated.
The Social Welfare Department provides food vouchers and monthly allowances to more than 90,000 beneficiaries around the country. Sainiani Boila, FBC News.
Up ahead, former Water Authority of Fiji CEO claims defamation and breach of character. And villagers begin traditional leadership training. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nadi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Every mistake made in the business community has repercussions. Therefore, it's important to have regulations in place. This was highlighted by Industry and Trade Minister Pramila Kumar during the launch of the new logo and e-gate website for the Fiji Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Kritika Kumar reports.
All businesses should be treated in the same way and there should be no exceptions, warns Minister Pramila Kumar.
I know some businesses who will come forward and say, it was just a small mistake. I just made a mistake. I'm really sorry about that. But every mistake that a business community makes, there's a repercussion. Somebody is hurt. Not physically, but financially.
Kumar says business houses and consumers look up to the regulatory bodies that they will do their job in fairness.
They must look confident in terms of what they're doing. Often we see some regulatory agencies, they will say one thing and after 2 weeks they will change and say, well, we meant this. Or no, we can't give it to you in writing, but we can verbally explain things. This is not acceptable.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service is still facing issues with businesses not keeping proper records.
I think in Fiji the filing compliance rate is hovering around 46, different tax type, 40% to 60%. So again, there's a lot of room for improvement.
The heads of the three main regulatory organizations, the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service, the Consumer Council and the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission also shared some real case studies and lessons learned with businesses yesterday. The private sector is also being urged to work with the government to improve its processes. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The case of former Water Authority of Fiji Chief Executive Opata Ravai against the Water Authority of Fiji was called at the Employment Relations Court in Suva today. The former chief executive filed a writ of summons claiming defamation and breach of contract after being terminated from his post on June 12th last year. Catherine Krishna was in court and files this report.
The council representing the Water Authority of Fiji submitted the claim be struck out as it is an abuse of the court process. The lawyer said the claim was filed illegally against a designated corporation and thus barred by a statute for non-compliance. The defense opposed this and argued for the defamation case to be heard, claiming Ravai's termination was a breach of the Employment Relations Act. The judge stated that they will see if they have the legal jurisdiction to hear both cases. The case will be recalled on September 30th for hearing. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Methodist Church President Reverend Epineri Vakandewavosa has reminded church ministers that a good Christian will not engage in piling up debts. Vakandewavosa made the comment in light of a total of $29,000 owed to the church by some of its ministers. Apenisa Wangarindovo reports.
In the past, many church ministers have been seeking financial assistance from the church, which is now no longer available to them. The ministers were denied their requests for the loans to be written off and have been asked to pay their debts to the church and lead by example.
We have stopped that 4 years ago, and we are keep reminding our ministers to clear their debts.
Meanwhile, the 2019 annual conference of the Methodist Church has been classified as one of the most successful gatherings in its history and is now debt-free.
The church has been seeking ways to improve and getting advices and giving people. And then we have these engaged accountants. And then the General Secretary too was really good at it. He made an announcement that we need to be careful on how we operate in our own different departments.
Despite the minister's loans remaining outstanding, the Methodist Church of Fiji has raised more than $3 million in its current financial year. Apenisa Wangarindovo, FBC News.
Leadership is not only for those at the helm of government, but also for traditional leaders. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama made the comment while addressing the 40 participants of the Traditional Leadership Curriculum Program for Nandrunga Navosa in Nandave yesterday. The Prime Minister encouraged the participants to have the foresight for growth and development of their respective villages and also to become strong traditional leaders with sound judgment. These participants have begun a 6-week training session on traditional leadership and other related activities.
We have to work together because the increasing issues in our societies today needs a leader who is generous, a leader who has wisdom, especially a God-fearing leader.
And it's business time now with Koroi.
Thank you, Jackie. Coming up, consumer rights still disrespected. And in growing Fiji, FSC progresses to power cogeneration. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nadi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number one.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है। हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची एफएम सुनता। गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading business, ignorance of consumer rights, and not taking complaints seriously are two key issues being looked at by the Consumer Council of Fiji. The council is investigating some cases where customers have claimed they were cheated on by some traders. In the last 7 months, several cases have been recorded by the consumer watchdogs, whereby goods bought by shoppers became faulty shortly after purchase.
The complainant bought 3 wardrobes worth almost $2,000. Within a month, he noticed the mold growth in his wardrobe. Again, he approached the trader only to be promised that he will be given a replacement within a month, which never eventuated.
The regulatory bodies are coming down hard on retailers, warning them to ensure that only good quality and durable items are imported.
Our question to the trader was, if you know that it is not fit for our environment, then why are we importing this and selling it to the consumers, especially at such high prices?
Ensure that consumers have products or have access to products that are safe, as well as they're informed with the full and accurate information.
The two consumer protection organizations are warning traders to engage in transparent dealings and respect the rights of its consumers. Traders found guilty of breaching the laws are being penalized with heavy fines. Sanifa from HFC Bank joins us with the latest from the money markets.
Looking at the latest from the foreign exchange market. The US dollar held firm today after some signs of rapprochement between Washington and Beijing soothed investors' nerves after trade tensions escalated late last week. Speaking on the sidelines of the G7 summit of world leaders in France yesterday, US President Donald Trump said Chinese officials had contacted US trade counterparts overnight and offered to return to the negotiating table. Despite both Washington and Beijing showing a willingness to negotiate, there is still fear in financial markets because there is no clear path to resolving their dispute that has dragged on for more than a year. Meanwhile, Australian shares inched higher today after comments from the US president raised hopes for some de-escalation in the trade war, persuading some investors to return to risk markets after a rout in the previous session. That's all from HFC Bank for now. In Accra.
Here are today's exchange rates as set this morning. The Fiji dollar was strongly on the rise today, gaining against the Chinese yuan, the US greenback, the Kiwi, Kina, euro and the yen. It slipped slightly against the Aussie dollar. Now taking a look at the commodities, prices were mixed. Oil prices rose to just under $54 a barrel. Gold lost half yesterday's gains, dropping to $1,528 per ounce, and silver was down at $17.65 per ounce. In growing Fiji, one of the key strategic objectives for the Fiji Sugar Corporation is for all three mills to operate a cogeneration power plant for power exports. FSC's Lautoka mill has been able to accomplish this with the completion of testing over the last 3 weeks with its 12-megawatt turbine. Included as part of its capital project this year, the turbine got a major overhaul. Hence, not only will it be able to power the factory, but it has the potential to export excess power to the grid. In a statement, FSC says cogeneration plants have a dual purpose. Firstly, to power the needs of the sugar factory, and secondly, for any excess power to be sold to the national grid. The successful testing at the Lautoka mill augurs well for the other mills, as well as proves a pathway for a sustainable revenue-generating options for FSC in the long run. That's it from Business Tonight. Sports is up next with Jamie.
Thanks, Corey, and good evening in Sports Tonight. Flying Fijians brace for Ikale Tahi. And 4 Lautoka players front Savu Savu Magistrates Court. Details after the break.
Natango Maria, maramani waya manatuya sawa,
Weti kitunde Nandi ya ndo marata kana baronga na Radio Fiji One.
Yawo asna vatili yawo maga Monica. Tondo baronga vale bona doma ibiti lambasa.
Bula nadango aprosa ngarse go erkraki. Do televe no baronga na Radio Fiji One na doma ibiti.
Nadango tsani bukia ngoni na mosi. Ando talita kana baronga na Radio Fiji One na doma ibiti so.
Radio Fiji One na doma.
The Flying Fijians wrapped up their training in Lautoka this afternoon before leaving for New Zealand tomorrow. Head coach John McKee says this week is all about improving from their Pacific Nations Cup performances. He also says he's pleased with their preparations so far.
I think, we're looking for a real step up in performance. Across the PNC, it was a little frustrating that probably we didn't quite hit the strats we would have liked to, but we were changing our team around a lot, and we're also trying to bring in a lot of new plays for the boys, and some of them we used in the PNC, and some of them in preparation for Rugby World Cup. So this week much more of a normal test match preparation week. Really focused on our field map for this game, and that's all we're practicing.
33 Fiji Airways Ndruo players will be contracted for this year's National Rugby Championship. The matchday squad travels to Brisbane tomorrow for its tournament opener, while the remaining players continue their respective training programs and will be called in should the need arise.
We have the extended squad is 33 players who will be contracted for this year. So for this first round, which is first game on Saturday, we're only taking the 24 player who's going to be into Nadi tomorrow and fly out on Wednesday morning. And the rest of the one that been dropped, the 9 players that have been dropped, they'll be doing their daily training in those various centers.
Janero Wakeham may not be making the headlines yet, but his potential has been noticed by Fiji Rugby Union development officers. Wakeham, a student, is one of the FRU elite pathway players who is adamant on fulfilling his father's wish for him to one day play in the national team. Aquila Dama has more.
He may be standing out from the rest, but Janero Wakeham will never forget his dad's advice about his rugby career.
I just want to make my dad happy as a Flying Fiji, because he tells me every time he won't watch me playing for other countries, only just Fiji, because that's where I was brought up from and live.
The 16-year-old Year 11 student of Suva Grammar School is part of the FRU Elite Pathway program and shares the advantage of being guided by experts.
Before I couldn't know how to jump, because I'm moving to secondary, we do scrums, we do lineouts. So from every holiday years to come, training sometimes draw off season. I used to learn from them how to do food jobs.
Elite Pathway manager Bill Ngandolo says school's rugby has vastly improved, and players like Wakeham is a testament to that.
But I think that most of the coaches have really stepped up from the school level. In addition to that, the players are really exposed to a lot of things regarding rugby. They have a lot of access to a lot of information, and I think all these factors combine to contribute to the players' performances on the field.
Ngandolo and the other FRU coaches are continuing their development works that could shape the career of players like Wakeham. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
The world premiere of All Black legend Dan Carter's new movie was screened last night. 4 Lautoka football players appeared at the Savu Magistrates Court today, charged with 1 count of common nuisance. Chone Vono, Chone Vesukula, Sekove Finau, and Apimeleke Wanga have pleaded guilty. The court heard the 4 were drunk and behaved in a disorderly manner on Sunday after a drinking spree in Savu. Lautoka football manager Prakash Narayan claims the players threatened team officials as well as the pristine lodge owner. The Lautoka team were in Savu for their Vodafone Premier League match against Lambasa, which was called off on Sunday due to the unplayable ground condition. The case has been adjourned to the 3rd of next month. Current VPL champions Lautoka will lose their title if Mba defeats Nadi this weekend. Mba currently leads the VPL table with 29 points ahead of Lautoka, who in second with 19. If Mba defeats Nadi this weekend, they will win their 21st VPL title and qualify for the OFC Champions League with second place Lautoka. The men in black face Nadi at the Fiji FA Academy grounds in Mba 3 p.m. this Saturday In other matches, Lambasa take on Lautoka 7:30 p.m. Friday, while on Sunday, Nasinu plays Tavo at 11 a.m., Rewa hosts Lautoka at 1 p.m., and Lambasa take on Suva 3 p.m. at Ratudakambao Park. Competing at the FINA World Junior Championships in Budapest, Hungary has been great exposure for 4 Fiji swimmers. Team manager Rosemary Roba says the team is absorbing the intensity and richness of the experience in and out of the pool. She adds the development pathway for the swimmers to explore their performance potential is also underway. The team of swimmers consists of Rosemary Roba, Jody Anna Mau, Temafa Yalimaiwai, and Hansel McKeag. 6 weeks after his World Cup final heroics, New Zealand-born English all-rounder Ben Stokes has broken the hearts of a second cricketing nation. England is still alive in the Ashes series after a thrilling one-wicket win over the Aussies in the third test in Leeds, thanks to Stokes' unbeaten century. In tonight's play of the day, a beautiful goal by Marcelo Brozovic for Inter Milan in the Serie A competition today. That's it from sports tonight. Angie joins you later on with weather, but in new media after the break. In addition to following people, Twitter will soon let you follow interests. That's coming up.
हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है, बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोचक सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है। हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायक है, गोंगो लेबू लटोका, रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
कुमार नाकाफी में रहता है, रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2, देश की धड़कन।
In new media, in addition to following people, you'll soon be able to follow interests on Twitter. It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It's such a welcoming change in weather from all muggy and sticky conditions to sunny and cool. Not only does it feel good, but there's an actual benefit of soaking in the sun. Now, it's only Tuesday and I had you imagining already. Let's quickly hop onto the west. While the clear skies can be attributed to the warm days, they are also responsible for the recent chilly mornings that look set to continue. Eastwards from Bakaba to Suva, sunny but cool. And up north, more sunny spells were out and about. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, high tide at 12:13 a.m. with low tide at 6:40 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:20. For tomorrow, apart from few sprinkles, it will be marvelous. Tomorrow's temps, cool centers all around. And looking further on to Thursday, I love the sound of it. Finer spells will prevail. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse segment tonight, we asked, should those caught abusing the social welfare scheme be prosecuted?
I think they should be punished. They should be taken to court because of what they did. It's wrong, and it should be given to those who deserve better than that.
I think they should be taken to court.
They should be taken in for questioning and must reimburse all the money they had earlier received from social welfare.
I think they should be prosecuted.
Since it's not their money and they're using it, when it's meant to be the person who the money is supposed to go to, and they should be prosecuted for that.
Yes, because it's unfair to everybody else and it's abusing the system.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, a French artist creates beautiful pieces of art with just an ink pen. His works are done in a stippling style, meaning he draws dot after dot to shade his drawings of French subject matter. Recapping the main stories for tonight, post-mortem set booked tomorrow in Nausori Highlands deaths. Children selling food parcels at night concerns nightclub owners. And psychiatric evaluation suggested for partner killer. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question this week we're asking, is Fiji progressing towards achieving gender equality? Visit our FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day, taken at Nanduna Lambasa by Namishal Kumar. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, by Facebook page FBC News, by our Twitter account at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. The team and I stay safe, stay warm. Night.
We love Today FM. Today FM rocks. Bulaminaka, I'm Linda Fong. I studied Suva. I love listening to Today FM because they play latest music and they rock.
Hi, my name is Osnate. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm Makereta from Nadi. We love listening to Today FM. Here in Nadi, it rocks.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM and it rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.